Alright guys, we had victory. Here's the intake valve. Definitely has its pitting, but that wasn't the part that was stuck. It was down here somewhere that was stuck. But finally, through persuasion and heck of a lot of time and a lot of heat, it finally came out. I did, oh now it's broken. I did gull it up a little bit with my pliers pulling it out, but I just put it in my lathe and filed it just a little bit. You can see a couple marks on it, but it's straight. I'm surprised I didn't bend it. I was scared of breaking it because when you put the channel pliers on there and you moved it, it would move like so, but it was hard to tell whether the bottom was moving or not, so I didn't know if I was twisting it. So in a final ditch effort, I filled that full of aerocroil and I heated, just heated the crap out of it. And once I did that, I put my pliers on it and slowly tried to move it, and it slowly got a little bit easier. And then when I think it was freed enough, I just slowly pulled it up and it came out. So we're definitely going to have to do a valve job. And we might as well do a valve job on that one since it's out. Clean it up. And hopefully it didn't heat that coil up too much. I did nick it a little bit along with the ground wires. So I might need to put in some new ground wires. But we got the valve out. That's what matters. Wires are easy to replace. Valves are not so much easier to replace. So I shoved a rag in the valve door there. I have some of this easy strip sitting inside of it, and I'm hoping that it'll strip out whatever rust and crap is down inside that valve guide. And other than that, I'm going to go get some coffee because I haven't had coffee yet. So I'll be back out here in a couple minutes and we'll continue this project. Alright, so I got all caffeinated up and had a little bit of Carl's Jr. So valve, ooh, look at that. Rotates in there and you can pull it out. So that stuff did a fairly good job at cleaning all the gunk in there. So that part of the engine's good. And unfortunately, upon further inspection, this gas tank is completely fried. I mean, it's gone. It's gone. There's supposed to be that little cup that holds the gas. I don't know if you guys can see it. You can kind of make it out. There's some. But yeah, it's totally rusted. It's gone. The bottom of the tank is in great shape, but the top is completely like rusticled. So this tank is totally junk, which is a shame, but it's totally junk. However, I do have this whole tank and the carburetor assembly, which is the same thing, except this tank has a bunch of plastic baffles in it, and then it just has the pickup tube from the carburetor going down into it. So I'm not really sure if he would want me to put this much work into it. I won't charge him a great deal for all these parts because I just have them laying around from another engine, and it just frees up some more workspace for me and storage. Plus I get to see it run. But that's a real shame that this tank is totally shot. And I wish I could get you guys a better angle. I don't have a flashlight. I should get one of those. But anyway, we're going to rebuild this one because I know it ran last time and doesn't have a bunch of water sitting in it. And the tank is good. So we're going to do that and get it back to running, and then we can maybe run a little something today. But got back from the store with a new carburetor kit for it, so I'll do that. The trimmer there is another co-worker's, just doing a carb kit on it. But anyway, main focus is the chipper, so let me get working on this, and maybe it'll be all together again here soon. Just a quick comparison. So there's the old tank, right? And then here's the new tank. You notice something missing? That little cup there is completely gone in the other tank. And I don't know if this one had the little, there's like a little rubber baffle in there. I don't know if this one had it, but there is no sign of any rubber or anything in there. Anyway, out with the old, in with the new here. I'm just going through the carburetor here. Everything looks clean. It looks alright. It'll just clean up fine. And we'll put our new parts in it and throw it on the engine and see what we get here. So let me get going on that. Alright guys, all mounted back onto the engine, or onto the chipper I should say. So we got the donor gas tank all on, figured out the linkage, had to replace this little linkage right here. The other one broke off because Briggs super glued the linkage together, and so I had to take this one off of the other carburetor. And so there's that piece from the carburetor, and then I had to take that screw right there. And those are the only things. Oh, and then the this little black guy right here. The other one was like melted off. So those are the donor pieces. I just filled the tank, so it might take a couple pulls to get it running. But let me put you guys on the little tripod here, and we'll see if she'll start for us. Alright, we're in focus. Okay. Well, it was a thing. Let's try half choke. Well, it starts. Makes a heck of a lot of noise, but it works. So I'll button this one up, and I'll find out on Monday whether or not he wants to pay for it, I guess. I mean, I'm not going to charge you very much for the parts, since I just had them laying around. So maybe 20 bucks in parts, which is a hell of a deal for a new tank and carburetor, and then maybe another 20 for labor, so $40, and then 10 bucks maybe to sharpen the blades there. So I'll button this up, and then tomorrow we'll have a little video of throwing some dirt and maybe some branches down into it and see what it'll do. So until then, thanks guys for watching and subscribing, and we'll catch you in the next episode of this.